how do you figure out whether they have these qualities or not? So there's 4 main things that I like to use. So you have to have a structured interview, one that's repeatable, one that you can do over and over again, no matter who the candidate is, what the role is, that's universally applicable. And that doesn't mean you don't have role-specific questions or things like that, but there are some 2 key interview questions that we're going to use and we'll talk about in a sec. The second is you got to have powerful assessment tools, and not ones that just focus on something like personality, which is a pretty minor part of predicting success. It's actually a better predictor of who's not going to be successful, by the way. But one that covers the whole person, both their aptitude, their behavior, personality fits, as well as whether they're going to be a culture fit or not. Maybe even some skill tests in there. So you've got structured interview, you got complete assessments that cover the whole person. Third, you have you check and speak to references from their previous direct supervisor. This is such an often overlooked thing. People think today that you can't actually get references. You absolutely can from A players. From everybody else, you can't. Simple as that. Lastly, you want to use working interviews. You get to the final phases of the hiring process, and this is a good way to give people a job trial, to give them an opportunity to determine whether they want to do this job, and it gives you an opportunity to see what the first day of work was. You ever hired somebody, they show up for their first day of work, and you get this sinking feeling like, oh no, I made a huge mistake. Well, working interviews are great for that. And sometimes we give them a task. We actually work alongside other people in a similar role. Sometimes it's a job shadow. Some jobs are just not as conducive for that, but at least we get to spend a bunch of time with that person. Maybe it's a project. So developers or marketing people, a lot of times we can give them a small project. We can see how they build that landing page or tackle this little mini project, something like that.